Everyone, in this video, I want to show our first AI feature in Cortex. We're really excited about this because we've taken a really calculated, safe approach to introducing AI to the platform for a variety of different reasons. I actually did a video a while back talking about our AI strategy and why we're not just jumping in and adding AI to everything. We really want to make sure that AI serves a purpose and solves a problem. And in this video, I'm going to show what we think is a really strong introduction to this and a way that you can use AI basically as a tool to do whatever you need it to do. Um, because that's really the strength of LLMs, especially is they are a tool. I mean, all of AI, even pre-ChatGPT, pre-LLMs, AI has always been a tool. Machine learning has always been a tool that can be applied to specific problems to uh, provide specific outputs. Um, and the way we've built it into Cortex is a way that will allow you to basically get exactly the outputs that you're looking for. So let's just dive into it. So uh, basically, what we've done is added a query and LLM step that you can use in your email monitors. You can also use it in Cortex Actions, but I'm going to demo it in email monitors. So I have this demo with AI email monitor, which right now isn't running, but I did have it running a little bit ago. This is running on my local machine, and I wanted to free up some resources to record the video. So if we dive in, we can see uh, this is an email monitor structured like any other. So we have rules. In this case, I just set up one rule. It is the default. It is enable. And if I edit it, we can see the particular actions. And the way I've set this up, email comes in. Uh, of course, it matches because it's the default rule. Then we query an LLM, and I'll show you the prompt in just a second. And then we log something so that we can actually see the result of prompting the LLM. So if we go to the uh, configuration for this, we see a prompt option, which in this case is generate a list of possible causes for this report. And then we fill in the email body. Basically, the idea being that this is intended to assist an IT help desk agent, maybe someone who's brand new to the help desk. You get an email report coming in, and you want some ideas of where to go next, some troubleshooting steps. Um, and I'll show you some of the examples that I sent in. I've actually been really impressed with the results that it gives. It suggests some things that I wouldn't have thought of to ask someone who's just sending in a report, especially, maybe a high volume help desk. So I'm really excited about what we've built. And I actually think it's pretty cool. For all my skepticism about the hype surrounding AI and LLMs and generative AI, I actually think this is pretty cool. So I'm excited to see how you all use it. Now, in addition to just this prompt that you see on the screen, there is actually another prompt, a system prompt. And this is intentional. Basically, you've probably seen some of this being discussed in some of the conversation around how generative AI works, how Chat GPT and other chat based LLMs work. There's a system prompt which kind of defines how the system works and how the system should behave and the sort of personality that it should have and that sort of thing. And then the user prompt, which is the immediate ask. So our system prompt, right now it's hard coded into the system. Maybe that'll change. Maybe there'll be a way to configure it. Maybe there'll be a way to configure multiple. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But the system prompt is essentially along the lines of pretend you're a help desk agent, be helpful, and those sorts of things. There are some other things in there to encourage it to be a little more succinct and prefer, polite language as opposed to, aggressive language, that sort of thing. The sorts of things that you might have seen from from other system prompts. Whereas this particular prompt that you configure on this screen here is the specific ask. So in this case, in this email monitor, what is it that I want the uh, generative AI, the LLM, to actually produce? In this case, it's I want a list of possible causes, and using again using the email body. So if I go through and save this, and of course I'm going to log it out so that we can actually see what the result is. Um, and this is nothing crazy. It just looks, I pull a variable, the LLM um, action saves a variable, and I'm just printing this variable to the log. Okay. So now when that runs, we can see there are a few that I've tested already. So if we can look at this one. In this case, the email is let's look at the HTML body. My printer has stopped working, and there's a strange smell like burning rubber. Should I unplug the printer? Is there a jam? Do I need to add more paper? I try to act like a regular frantic user. Like, what is going on? I don't know. This thing stopped working, and I'm freaking out. Now, if you look at what the LLM generated, we see a response. And now the formatting isn't great on this message log, but if we actually put it into like an email, it would get formatted a little more helpfully, because there are line breaks in here. This is a numbered list. Thanks for reaching out to us for assistance. Blah 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 blah. Might be a paper jam. That's the one that I was expecting. Printer overheating. I wasn't not expecting that, but that makes sense. Then some others. Corrupted printer settings, faulty printer component. Okay, that makes sense. Paper quality issue. That's one that I didn't think of, but realistically I should have, because if you're using the wrong type of paper in a printer, it might, it is a paper jam, but it's a specific type of jam. It might uh, cause the printer to have to work harder, cause a smell like burning rubber, and so on and so forth. So I think this was really good. Now let's look at this other one that I sent in. My laptop is running slowly all of a sudden. I'm running all the same programs I usually do, but this week it started taking about 5 minutes to open Microsoft Word. Now, I didn't really know what to expect from this one. I kind of expected things like, well, are you sure that you're running all the same things that you always have been, or something like that. But let's see what the LLM came up with. All right. Things like background programming through processes. Okay, that's what I expected. Insufficient disk space or fragmentation. Ah, that could be, right? I could have downloaded a huge file and now it doesn't have space for, a swap file or something like that. Outdated or corrupted software. That is totally a possibility. Resource intensive programs running in the background, right? Hardware issues. Hmm. If a RAM chip is not working anymore, or has started to fail, that could cause slowness because the OS either doesn't know what to do with the RAM because it's corrupted, or it might be actively trying to not use bad sectors and that sort of thing. That's more of a disk thing, but it could be doing some sort of, predictive self-healing sort of thing, that is just taking away resources, right? And obviously, less RAM leads to a slower machine as well. Not directly, of course, but it does. Malware or viruses, that's true. Overheating, yeah. And we just get lots of helpful suggestions here. Now, those are obviously a couple very specific use cases, a couple of very specific asks that I've used as examples. But this is an LLM. This is just like any other, generative AI, chat-based, chat GPT sort of thing that you can use. So if you have a prompt that you want to plug into your email monitoring pipeline, you can. It's a general purpose LLM. Now, there is, of course, no obligation to use AI. In fact, by default, in Cortex, AI is disabled. And in order to enable AI, you have to select this checkbox and download a base model. We don't include a base model with Cortex, and at least right now, we do not plan to. We might change how the screen looks before 2.4 gets released, um, or potentially in future versions. But for right now, you have to click that checkbox to enable AI, and you have to download a model in the GGUF format, um, specifically so that you can choose the model that works for you. We have a couple that we've tried out that seem to work well for us. In my case, I'm using it's basically Llama 3. It is a general purpose uh, model, uh, yeah, general purpose LLM, and it works pretty well. It's not huge, it's not small, it's not perfect. It's not necessarily as good as some of the um, OpenAI or Claude or whatever models that you might use. Um, but it is pretty good, fantastically good for the file size. Uh, Download it, set a path in the config file, and then AI features will work. Now, the reason that we did this is so that you are totally in control of your data. This does not use a cloud-based AI system. This is 100% local to your system. Obviously, the model is local, the processing is all local. That's actually why I didn't show a live demo, because I am running this on my laptop, and running AI plus a bunch of other things, plus recording a video, uh, really slows things down. The memory usage is enormous, um, and uh, I would be experiencing that, why is Microsoft Word taking 5 minutes to load, sort of scenario. So, two things that you need to do in order to get AI features running: checkbox, download a model, and set the path in your config file. Um, we do plan on adding new features, additional features to uh, on top of this AI capability. They may not be in 2.4, they might be in 2.5 or in future versions, but things like retrieval augmented generation, and even other sorts of AI. So, for instance, one of the use cases that's been talked about ad nauseum is automatic classification of incoming tickets, right? You absolutely can use an LLM for that. But an LLM is probably overkill, right? LLMs are great for the generative AI use case, right? Take some input and generate some output, synthesize some new content from it, right? Based on the input. Traditional classification is a little bit different. It's take some input, which may be structured, it may be unstructured, and pick one of several choices. An LLM can do that, certainly can do that. It might hallucinate some choices that aren't in that list, um, but it is certainly overkill for just a simple classification categorization task. So we might add models that are specific to that use case, that are a little bit faster, maybe less memory intensive, those sorts of things, so that you can also enable and disable certain types of AI and machine learning individually. So if you want the categorization, the classification, but you don't want generative AI and LLMs to maybe optimize for lower memory usage, we'll have those individual checkboxes for those. If you have thoughts on that, definitely let us know. Give us a response in the comments, and let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you want to see. Um, and if you want to talk more about that, we have a weekly users group every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. You can find links in the video description. We also have a Discord server where you can talk about this as well. We'd love to have you join one or both of those things, talk about AI, talk about Cortex in general, um, and let us know your thoughts. Let us know if you try this out, and how you feel about it, what you want to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.